I mean, I still have a giant fucking forehead either way. So
why are you complaining?
I don't know. You know, it's because I just would like to I would like to be like a 6. Okay, I'd love if I could get to be a 6, but
hey, you're a solid 4.5. I don't know what your problem is.
Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, host of the Sister Wives podcast, Love Should Be Multiplied, Not Divided. The show that one guest said absolutely nobody is listening to. And I am joined by my very beautiful, and man, can you just relax?
Sorry.
The thing that you don't realize is, like, I don't know if in your headphones you don't hear it, but it's like,
I know.
all that shit moving around. God, guys, welcome Anna Quincoces, my co-host, and you know she's got her tits out, so I'm gonna forgive her for that. Good God,
not so much. I thought more, but
Anna,
I didn't.
When you're on a podcast, you have to talk into the microphone.
Okay.
I mean, how long have we been doing this?
A year. Happy anniversary.
Get it closer to your mouth. Like, imagine that.
Closer than this? Is it not working right?
There you go. That's more like what we're... Yeah.
I get that a lot. Get it closer to your mouth.
Yeah, get it closer to your mouth, baby. Getting in them titties.
There we go.
Anna, you're in some hot water with some people right now. You did a post about our new Real Housewives, Stephanie, and people were very upset by it, but I was confused because I didn't really feel like you said anything. Like,
didn't really.
You
say
showed
anything?
old pictures of her, and that and like was like, hey, this is what she did before the show and before she met her rich husband.
Right.
And some people were like, how dare you? How dare you, Anna?
I honestly, I don't understand why people don't realize that this is a podcast, that, yes, some information falls on my lap. And I end up, I do the research, I do the research and I make sure that the stuff is accurate. Why do you think Alexia and Marisol ran from the room when I was there? Because they thought I would come with this stuff. So people forget that I'm not only a former housewife, I'm also a former lawyer, so I like to ask the right questions. I like to connect the dots. And honestly, why would people tune in to us if we're going to give them the same shit everybody else gives them? All I said was, this is the early years. Yeah. Those pictures are not available on the internet. It was from somebody's private collection. I thought people would want to see it. So, but that being said, I would say 85% was not negative.
No. I know. A lot of people I felt like enjoyed what you had to say. Some people were some people get so offended for, again, somebody who's putting their entire life out on a television show. Like, we're all
Exactly. And I've been the subject of that. Somebody said, everyone has skeletons. You have skeletons. It's like, everybody does have skeletons.
We saw her mugshot, guys.
Right.
We saw it.
I put my, full transparency tends to take the bite out of, any kind of revelation. And so that's how I've chosen to do it. So, if you don't want your past dissected, then don't build a highlight reel out of it. You know what I mean? Like, this is your life. You can't cover everything. This is what you've chosen to do. And by the way, I'm not even addressing a lot of the things people are like, are you going to address this? Are you going to address that? I'll address it if I get the actual proof. Absolutely, I will.
She needs it written down. She needs the proof. She's a professional. Anna, can I say that you look so fucking gorgeous today?
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, the pink?
It might be the pink. I don't know. You look like especially snatched today.
Wow. Thank you.
I mean, the views are gonna be up just because people want to look at you right now. Wow.
I don't know. Some guy said something was not cute, and I said, "Well, I'm not out to be cute." He goes, "That's good because God knows you're not anywhere near cute." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh wow. God.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I'm a guy and people don't usually come for my appearance. Well, thank God.
Right. Oh my God. Can you imagine the kind of anguish you would suffer and the spiral that would be, Ace, if somebody attacked your looks?
No, honestly, I literally think I'm so fucking ugly that wouldn't. I have told people this before. Like, if I found out my wife was having an affair and
you wouldn't blame her.
Well, no, I wouldn't blame her. But like, let's say that she's having sex with somebody else or whatever. It's like, okay, we can get past that. But if I found out that like she was like just having an emotional affair and thought the other guy was so funny and was laughing at everything, it's like, I'm out.
Me too.
I can't forgive that. Like,
Same.
sorry.
Emotional affairs are so
no, not
much
even
worse.
like, I didn't even care about the emotional. It's just like if you thought he was funnier than me.
Right. If she
Yeah,
made her laugh until she cried.
Oh, out. I'm out.
But I
gotta
bet you
go.
make her laugh a lot.
You know, I think that she's done with me. But that's
Really?
not what we're here to talk about, guys. We are
Okay, all
here
right.
to talk about Real Housewives of Miami. Is this season 7?
Season 7.
Yes. Oh my God. I love this show. You know, I really do. I love this show.
You
It
just
brings
love
me a
it.
lot of joy.
It's
I
really
really
fabulous.
fucking do.
It's different from every other show, really.
Oh, wow. Why are
It
you
is.
saying that?
'Cause
I
it is
felt a sense of
different.
sarcasm when you
I
said
am
that.
not sarcastic. Guys, what is your problem? I hate the producers, not the show.
Okay, good.
Get
I'm
it?
happy to hear
Okay.
that. Okay, good. Guys, we start this episode off at Alexia's narcissist party, where everyone thinks they're coming to talk about Todd, and they come to find out that actually we're going to be talking about ourselves, as narcissists would be doing.
Right.
And some people I felt like were having fun with it. I felt like Stephanie was like, yeah, like I think I'm a narcissist for sure. Like I have narcissist tendencies.
And I think she's right, not because she's a narcissist, but because some level of narcissism is actually healthy.
Oh.
You know, if you want to be successful and if you're driven and if whatever. So, yeah, I agree. I think most of the women on these shows, you know, they want to talk about themselves. They're putting themselves out there. So there is some level of narcissism. They're just not, they don't have the personality disorder that comes with narcissism.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I always worry that I'm a narcissist.
No, you're not.
But then people are like, narcissists don't worry about that. But I'm like, what if I'm such a good narcissist that I am telling myself I worry about it to make myself feel like I'm not a narcissist? Like, it's a clusterfuck in my head. You know?
No,
that's just how it
because
goes.
you have tremendous amount of empathy.
Oh,
And people
thank you.
who are empathetic are not narcissists.
Okay. So this guy that Alexia brings in. Where did she meet this guy? And I love that she's like, I love that when she's talking about him, she's like, you know, like I've been really motivated by him and like his quotes that he's sharing. And like, I love the quotes. And I'm like, do you know, she didn't know shit about this man. I felt like he was brought in by production. She had not a clue anything about him. She just said like, I love his quotes. And that was like about like, and who the fuck is he? Why is he writing books? Like, who cares?
Because he's from Australia. Oi, oi, oi. You know?
He was good looking for sure.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's probably part of the whole thing because Alexia can't help but flirt with a good-looking guy. But I found her more rehearsed than ever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, because I think she didn't know who this man was. She was like, she's reading off cue cards.
Yeah. It sounded like, and I don't like that. I like Alexia when she's just says whatever
Unhinged.
the fuck she wants. And like, whatever comes out naturally. It's just more charming in a weird way, you know?
Yeah. Well, we like Alexia. Like everyone says, Alexia is the Miami Teresa. Like, there's not a whole lot of self-awareness going on. There's not a whole lot of like let's reevaluate maybe what we're saying and how we're saying it. And that's what's beautiful about Alexia. Can I say something about Alexia though? Mm-hmm. That confessional that she's in where like it's whatever the top is and like you see her fucking tits, she looks great.
Oh my God. But it looks like she was dipped in like some gold shimmer.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a gold shimmer. She could leave a gold shimmer in my bed. That's fine.
Do you remember? I don't know if you've seen my reunion look in season 2.
Yeah.
I looked like an Oompa Loompa
Yes, you did.
because somebody made me very orange. But
Was your dress green or blue?
green?
Green. Okay, yes. Yeah. And it looked like you were not to like come for you, but it looked like you had a meeting to get to afterwards.
With the dress?
Yeah, like it looked more like business casual
Well,
than
what
like than
Let me
like
tell you what
glamour of a
happened.
reunion. Okay.
The person that made my dress
Yeah.
made it low cut to like down here.
Okay.
And my boobs were all out and I was uncomfortable with that. So I put on Mama Elsa's pearls. And I
Okay.
think that's what made the look more whatever. But by the way, what do you know about fashion?
Tons. Look at me. Honestly, I'm like super fashionable. You know, I have to say though, like it's so weird watching your season back and then coming on here and talking to you because like how I feel like you've taken 20 years off of yourself. And that was how long ago? Like 13 years ago? Like
12, 13, yeah.
12 years ago. And you look 12 years younger than you did then. You've turned back the clock.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe like my hair is lighter and you know, I think that
No, I'm literally looking at your face right now. I'm like, God damn.
well,
like,
I
she
had
looks-
a facelift.
I understand, but that should have just kept you like you should have been maybe where you were 12 years ago. You went 12 years younger than who you were 12 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
You've
I'll
turned
take
back
that.
the clock.
I turned back the clock.
time. Yeah. Well,
If I could find a way.
woo!
Now people know. Now
How do you
people
think
know.
that you would do at the narcissist party? Do you think that when we're playing the game and everyone's putting their little red flags, do you think that you're getting any of them?
No, I think they'd be too scared.
Oh.
You know what it is?
That's you coming in here with some cojones.
I'll tell you what. I'm a bit of a word assassin,
Yeah.
you know, and they're not. And so I think they would kind of leave me alone for fear of the wrath. I don't know that they would come for me like they came for Lisa. I hated how they came for Lisa. But I don't think that it's true,
Yeah.
the things that you do.
No, it's not that I think that it's true. I feel like, would you have felt differently about them coming for Lisa had she had not just gone through like her dad's funeral and stuff?
No, I haven't even considered her dad's funeral.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
at all.
I
No.
feel like that's what she's bringing up a lot, which I understand like how awful that must be. And I think had she not been in that vulnerable state, I don't know if she would have taken it so much to heart.
You know, the thing is that I feel that she is probably one of the least narcissistic. First of all, nobody there is a narcissist the way, like what is it called?
The
A
BDSM-5 says, yeah.
Right, like the malignant narcissist. No, nobody there is that. But, you know, I thought it was kind of rich when Alexia says, you know, I empathize with Lisa because, you know, I've been going through a similar difficult time, but I don't play a victim.
Right.
Okay, that is outrageous comment because not only do you play the victim with everything, you cannot compare the two situations. Lisa had a long-term marriage with little kids, with that tiny dictator attacking her legally from every which way, her not really knowing what's going on, not being able to, another woman involved. This is not the same thing.
Right.
How can she even begin to compare that? I thought it was an unfair attack on Lisa.
I get so annoyed when people are like, "Oh, she's playing the victim." It's like, yeah, I feel comfortable as the victim, you know, like that. I'll own that. It's fine, you know. I want to be the victim in the situation.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. My wife will often talk about like, "Oh, that would be so embarrassing if that happened to me." Like anything. Like she's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "No. If that happened to me, I would be like, "Oh my God, look how awful this was for me. Look how sad it is for me." And she's like, "No, not me. No." I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
God, I feel comfortable there."
I think that once you've been on reality TV, and I'm not only talking about Real Housewives, like I'm like a veteran of reality TV, right? I've done The Prophet, I've done Food Network Star, like that was much worse than Housewives, and everybody is just coming for you. You get this kind of hard shell unless you are a victim. Sometimes I would say maybe they have a point. Maybe they're right about this or they're completely wrong. But I consider the feedback, and then there's just trolls. And the truth is that I've never gotten a lot of that. I've gotten it more now. People don't seem to understand why a former housewife would want to do a podcast and that this is a job. Like literally
JLB.
It's called, right. Literally it's called reality court. We judge people.
Court.
But we judge people.
Do you find
That's what we do.
frustrating when people come and you're like, oh my God, you're washed up and you can't like get over it. Move on. Do something else.
Yes. And first of all, this is my only thing that I would like to ask people who attack me on social media.
Okay.
Give me something I can bite my teeth. Something I could mull over. Thirsty? Really? It's like some girl sent me all these water emojis. I'm like, dude, thanks for the hydration and the emoji parade.
Thank you for coming on my face.
Give me something good.
Yeah. Right.
Give me something good, not like you're washed up, like something with meat.
I just want to be clear, like, I'm not stepping foot in the butcher shop. Like, I don't want any meat. I don't want any of it. I only
You don't
want
want
fluff.
any meat?
No.
Okay.
Consider me a vegetarian. I don't want any of it.
You're trying to disassociate yourself with the seriousness of the allegations. Okay.
Look at me go. Okay. Back to the Can we go back to the narcissist party?
Let's go to the narcissist party
Okay,
and the red flags that Lisa got without. It was wrong.
I just find it so interesting how we can have Larsa in the same room and everyone still go for Lisa on all of them. I would say like 50-50 for them. I do think that Lisa does talk about herself a ton. I do think that Lisa is very like focused on herself. But like also Larsa, who like her face doesn't move and she's like, babe, girl, seriously, like seriously, Lisa, you need to listen to me. Like, I'm your friend, okay? And how dare you? I'm like, God,
You are running low on friends.
I hate her. God.
Timu Kardashian.
Seriously, like, it is so, and it's so wild going back to like the old seasons and who she was and what she looked like and who she looks like now. And it's like, I don't understand why she would not just own up about her butt. That's
right?
so weird to me.
Right. She said the only difference, she gained 40 pounds. Okay. Here's the thing that 40 pounds don't go all to one place.
No. She gained 40 pounds in her ass.
Well, no, like 35 in her ass and 5 to 7 on her lips.
No. But it felt like almost like everyone was scared of Larsa, that they didn't want to put her name in. I'm like, what are you scared of this woman for? She's got zero, like, she's maybe got some bark, but I don't feel like she's got bite.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Not at all. All she knows how to say is like, you're so stupid, you're a clown, like nobody cares, you're not relevant. Again, meat.
And again, like
she knows meat.
She was so excited to get to call Lisa a narcissist, but it was like, girl, all you ever do is take pictures of yourself. I was dying when Lisa goes through her Instagram feed and she's like, her. Oh, here's her family. It was an ad. Like.
I don't remember that.
How do you not remember? Oh, it was a great moment where I was just like, that's the Lisa I love. I like when Lisa can get her hands dirty, and I don't love sad Lisa. I know that's sad. Yeah. That's mean to say. Like, I don't want to see you go through like your hard stuff, but I really don't. I feel so bad. But like when my housewives go through a sad time, I love it for an episode, and then I'm ready to move on.
Right. You know what I think that's happening in this season that I assume production is hating is the fact that this is playing out very much on social media, and I think these women haven't found resolution, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know that they've already filmed their reunion. I don't think so, right? I think we would have seen something.
Haven't.
So the reunion is going to be hot, and obviously I'm here for an action-packed reunion. But Lisa is saying that the 2 hours or 2.5 hours she waited, that's not accurate, that she has receipts, she has the messages. You know, she's come out and said that her and Larsa were not friends for 15 years, that her and Larsa only, got in touch. She's seen her out for 15 years, but it was only 4 years ago when the show came back that they started texting. So this kind of friendship, and then she took it down, but bloggers had already picked it up. So I think that you're right. A lot of these women aren't friends.
Right. Well, but I'm sure that like off season, I'm sure that most of them do not talk. I think that if you talk in the off season by Bravo terms, by Real Housewives terms, you are blood sisters. Just if you talk in the off season, because I feel like so many of them don't. Like they just go about their life and then that's it. And they do their show. It's like they're castmates. And then so I would say by Bravo terms, Lisa and Larsa have been best friends for their entire lives because they send some texts here and there over the summer break. I want to shift gears for a minute from this fight because we're going to come back to this fight in a minute of Lisa versus Larsa. But I want to talk about the Gertie versus Julia situation because we had this dinner where they sat down, they talked about it, and Julia was like, I would like for you to just, if anyone asks, just say like everything's good. And we talked about it and we don't need to talk about it in front of anyone anymore. Okay. And then we go to this narcissist party and she raises her hand and she's like, hi, how would you handle somebody talking bad about you, saying something bad about you, who's a good friend? And I'm like, what? I thought we were like moving on. I thought we were like, we're in a good place. Let's move forward. I can smell the desperation coming off of Julia this season. Yeah.
My very good friend Gertie, who hurt me so much, and Gertie's face is priceless.
Oh, God.
Gertie is like I've gone from like feeling a certain way about Gertie to now really appreciating Gertie because she's surrounded by idiots.
Okay. I in that moment I was team Gertie and I've not been team Gertie, No. I've not been a team Gertie kind of guy. But when we got to her trying to mediate the Lisa versus Larsa fight, I was like, first of all, I'm almost like, does Gertie not see like who she is? Because this is exactly who she is. Like, I think my problem with Gertie is she's always talking. And she's the kind of person where it's like, if you're trying to finish a sentence, she comes in and she says it whatever she's not on the right page of what you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
trying to
get
and she's trying to like, it's like exactly what I was saying. She's trying. Yeah. I was thinking, like it's that. That's what it feels like the whole time.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
I think part of it is the fact that she felt that she suggested the meeting.
Right.
So she took ownership of the meeting and kind of control of the meeting because they have not been doing a very good job on her own. So I think her heart was in the right place. Her delivery, her whole kind of, the way
energy.
that she did it. I don't know if it's the energy. I think
it's okay. Here's the problem.
These two weren't ready for that. They weren't ready for that.
They're not ready for that. But also, I do not think that Lisa nor Larsa consider Gertie to be a close friend of theirs. Like, had this been maybe Alexia, who has a history with both of these women, I think that would be different. But I really do feel like Lisa and Larsa see Gertie as a castmate and not a whole lot more. Like there's not that relationship there. And I feel like Gertie is the kind of person who is like immediately like, we're best friends. I was last night falling asleep to an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where they do game night. It's Brandy, like our first introduction to Brandy Glanville. And there's that woman there, Dana Pam, you know, her name's Dana, but Kim keeps calling her Pam. And she's the $25,000 sunglasses woman.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, the worst. So, but she was so desperate to be in that group of friends that like she was like, girl, you and me, like we're close, like we're best friends, you know, like let's go on this journey together. And I was just like, that's kind of how I feel like Gertie is with these women with some of these women when they don't feel the same way towards her.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake a lot of newbie housewives make because most of them have had years of show to watch, you know, and so they think they have to be that way and create certain alliances. Like I've always said, Housewives is Survivor for socialites, you know, and so they're creating alliances, and I think that's a mistake, but it's a really common thing. Like,
right.
And as a result of that, she's created some real friendships. I think, you know, her and Nicole Martin are still very close and that kind of stuff. I've started to look at Gertie with different eyes because of her experience with her cancer and everything else. And I think that when you face death, you have a sense of urgency about everything. And then you also feel that you've gained a certain level of wisdom. I don't know. I think that she shouldn't have even tried because it's a total waste of time. Those two want to fight. Larsa will never, ever, ever be wrong.
No.
I mean, there are a few people on social media that are getting as much hate as Larsa. People really, really dislike Larsa.
It's weird, though, because some people really, really fucking love her. I felt like, here's the thing. This whole sit-down was, nothing good came from it, of course, as every sit-down does on Housewives. But the Gertie aspect of it all was like, had this been in my real life, if Gertie was someone and I'm having a conversation with someone, I hate her for this. But as a viewer, I thought this is comedy fucking gold.
Right, like exactly.
Because I love a housewife who really lacks that self-awareness. Like, I think Gertie thought, oh my God, I did such a good job handling this fight between them. And they were both like, can you shut up?
Can you name one self-aware housewife, forget this franchise, in the history of Real Housewives? Who is self-aware?
Oh, man. Jeez. I'm trying really hard to think.
It's not because the game doesn't allow you to be self-aware. You know, if I put myself in that situation, and first of all, I would have sat down. I would have probably been influenced to sit down and try to have the conversation. And then when Gertie would have started doing that, I would have stood up and I was going to say, stop. I'll take it from here.
Which they tried. They were like, like, Gertie, we don't need you right now. And she's like, I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to moderate. And then like Larsa says something and she's like, Lisa, listen, lots of love for you. She's got lots of, and it's like, it was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny.
And she said, who are you, Dr. Phil? I thought it was funny, but I think it's about who's sending the message. I don't think she takes either one of them seriously. They can't get over this stupid fight. I think her intention was good, but yes, it was. I think
delivery was
Real
terrible.
Housewives. Yeah, but it was funny.
It was great. Again, if it's
funny.
my real life, because I feel like some people don't understand the difference between when I like a housewife versus if I would like a housewife in the real world. You know, this situation I would hate if I was a part of it, but watching it was hilarious for me. I
thought it was really funny that the guy from Down Under was like, I think all in all, this was a positive experience in the end. And I'm like,
I was like, what was positive about this entire thing?
This was a fucking disaster.
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it. I really did. Yeah. All right, so after we finally finish the narcissist party, you know, Lisa's really just taking hits left and right. We get a quick shot of her doing 20,000 squats with some sort of machine. Right. Did you notice there's a scar above her butt? Did you notice that?
No.
There's like when they zoom in and her butt's shaking and stuff. There was a scar, and I was like, I don't know what it would look like to get like a butt implant or something, but like
No,
is that...
butt implant wouldn't show there.
Okay, it was on the top.
Fold.
Okay,
Right,
it was
no.
on the top, and I was like, what is that? What happened? You know, I don't see Lisa getting an injury. I don't see her doing anything where she can get injured.
I mean, the only time I've ever seen kind of like a whole around the whole body, including the back kind of scar, is where they do a full body lift for people that have lost like a tremendous amount of weight. Lisa's always been fit. So
Right. Yeah, no, I don't
think
know. It could have just been
it was an
from when she was
optical
younger.
illusion.
Okay. Well, I want other people to weigh in because I swear I saw it. But either way, I was like, God, she has a great butt.
No, she does.
Can
She
you
does.
remind
want
me?
that
I feel like I forgot. She had surrogates for her babies, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking that. Like she was trying to get pregnant, couldn't, and then they went the surrogacy route. Because she ended up having her kids in the off time of the show. Like
She did.
Her storyline was like, I'm struggling to have kids. I want to have kids. And then the show ended. We come back and she's got 2 kids, and we missed that whole part.
8 years later. Like
Right? No, I know.
Years later.
But I'm just like, so we missed that whole part. But it was surrogate.
There was a whole issue with the surrogate where she really hated the surrogate, and I never researched that, or I wasn't doing a podcast then, but
right.
I don't know if there was something between Lenny and the surrogate.
Oh.
I just know that the surrogate topic was very triggering for her.
I wonder if we could get the surrogate on the show. I want to always...
Let's get the surrogate on the show.
Let's get the surrogate on the show. I think that would be a great episode. All right, let's move on.
Or Martina to talk with the surrogate.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Martina.
that's fucked up.
I
think
hate that.
You hate a lot of fucking people. I will tell you that she has fallen from grace. This is absolutely like you compared it to an Ellen DeGeneres thing.
Yeah.
I think Andy loved her. He was tickled pink that she was even willing to be on the show. And I think Andy had both his children through surrogacy.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I am the type of person where I have found that I have like zero loyalty, because I did love Martina until that came out, and I was like, never mind. I fucking hate you. You're a horrible person. Like,
is that how you are with the sister wives? Because I thought you've consistently been pro Janelle.
No, I've always been like pro Janelle, but also like when I go back in the old seasons, it's like she brought nothing to the show. She's like a bump on a log. She's nothing great. The one on Sister Wives that I struggle with the most is Mary. I flip-flop back and forth on Mary Brown all the time. I'm either an absolute #1 fan of Mary, or I'm like, this woman's so pathetic and it's disgusting and I hate everything about her. So,
have you ever I know this is off topic, guys. I'm sorry, but I need to tell you this. Have you ever spoken to Janelle? DM wise?
No.
Oh.
Why?
I have.
Oh.
And she's living here.
Yes, yeah.
In North Carolina.
She's in North Carolina. I don't want the sister wives to know about me.
They know about you. They named one of the grandchildren after you.
Well, that's true. Yes, that is true. But I don't want them to know. I never want the people that I talk shit about to hear it, I like to talk behind people's back. I'd like to talk about...
You think Real Housewives of Miami are not listening to this episode?
Well, if Kiki's listening, I would like for her to know that I think she's so fucking hot and perfect, and there's nothing Kiki could do wrong. And why do we not see even more of Kiki?
Right. We know that. We know that. Kiki, please throw this guy a bone. Okay, so you don't want the sister wives to know about you, so when Janelle and I have lunch,
yes,
which we're
please
planning,
don't.
I won't talk about you. Okay.
Yes, no thank you.
Let's go back to this.
Okay, I want to move on to Julia meeting with her caseworker, because there is a part of me that, as someone who has had foster children, who is dealing with adoption, I want to connect with Julia in this scene. But like I said earlier this week, there's something dark about Julia. And I didn't feel it here. In this moment, I'm like, oh, wait, this is the Julia that we first knew. Like, she seems sweet. She seems like she's caring and stuff. But there is something very dark here about Julia. And like how we had those rumors about how she was making out with guys and stuff like that. Yeah. I fully believe that. I believe that she cheats on Martina. I bet you anything that Martina only goes down on Julia. She never, ever has even like given it a smooch, you know?
I know.
She's
I
never
agree
done
with that.
And I think that she's like, I found someone who's willing to afford me the life I want, and it just so happens to be a woman, so sure, I'll hop on that train.
I think that may be true, or I think she may like both. I don't know. I think Julia needs a lot from people, and Martinez has this very calm demeanor, and Julia's all over the place. I thought it was really funny, though, when the caseworker is talking about the male influence and, would there be male influence in the boys' lives? And she said, well, my brother, we FaceTime 3 times a week. And I feel like she missed the point completely.
They're like, she's like, so they know my brother via FaceTime.
They know my brother
great
who lives
relationship.
In Rangoon is wearing a meat helmet. Will call occasionally and say hi to the boys. So
yes. We have a landscaper who comes by every now and again, and the kids watch him work, and I'm just like, that's a male influence in their life.
Yeah. By the way, I want to make it clear we're laughing at her, not at anything to do with the kids, because the boys they're just adorable, and I really still am very happy that she's giving them a better life and keeping the brothers together. That's super important. So I really don't want to take away from that, because not everybody would do that. Not everybody would adopt children that are older.
I think my problem, though, is like I struggle with the motivation. Yeah. I struggle with her motivation, and and I'm sure people will come for me for this, and I want to just be like, well, I get a free pass because I've been in this situation, but I don't get a free pass on it, and I'm sure I'm a complete asshole. But, like, we saw Julia interact with her daughters. She did not know them. She did not, like, they knew their dad. They did not know Julia. She didn't know where they were going to school. Their relationship felt very, very strained, and then now she wants to start a new relationship. And it kind of feels very Cody Brown of like, well, you're older now and you've realized that I kind of suck, so I don't want anything to do with you. I would like a younger influence who doesn't realize that I'm kind of shitty. And
either that, Ace, or she legitimately, was young, made mistakes, and she wants a redo. And a lot of people do that. You know what I mean? First of all, the mother-daughter relationship is complicated. It is, because I have 2 daughters, and we have a good relationship, but it hasn't always, we have ups and downs, and they're not happy with some things I do and say, and I'm not happy with something they do and say. So that's a thing in itself. I do think that
my wife has never fought with her mom.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's like,
That's really amazing.
I listen, I have 5 sisters and a mother, and I know that that relationship can be a very difficult one, but it's so funny because like my wife and her mom, like they're fine. They talk all the time.
But the parents are still married.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the trouble comes in after a divorce, because I think that girls, this is my super amateur psychology, but the Electra complex and the Oedipus complex are real things, and so if a mother and the father split up, I think the girls feel like they're losing something really big, even if they stay a part of their lives. I don't think her girls want that from her anymore. I don't.
Gotcha. Listen, I think that she's doing a very noble thing. I think that she is. I just don't like Julia anymore.
No, me neither.
And I feel like there's something dark, so I'll always find a reason to shit on somebody. So
yeah.
That's,
I'm glad it's Julia and not Gertie today.
Oh, Yeah, no. Julia, to me, there's something dark there. And I think that one day we're gonna all look like I'm trying to think of an example of this, but like there used to be this guy and he had these commercials and it was the brown hand surgery place. Like he fixed people who had carpal tunnel. He invented some sort of surgery.
Okay.
And he did these like commercials and he was like, here at the Brown Hand Center, whatever. And it would end with his family and his wife was like a Barbie doll and a bunch of these kids. And it would always end with his youngest daughter saying, Daddy's baby girl. And it was like,
and I helped.
And I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, it was so weird. Well, then come to find out that 20 years before that, he did the same thing with his previous family. And then he got, him and his wife got arrested or divorced, and he was like charged with like domestic violence. And then it came out that he was doing the same thing to this new wife. And it was like, I feel like something like that's going to come out about Julia, where it was like,
oh my God.
No, not that same example, and not about these kids, but just there's something dark where we're like, there's a smoke screen in front of us and we can't see it, and it's hidden by all of these goats and jam and trucks on a farm, and there's something dark there.
Before that happens, I think we are going to remove the smoke screen from the Shojaees.
I want to talk about her lunch with her parents because something was really fucking off to me about that. And I don't understand, like, she had a falling out with her sisters. And her parents had a not great relationship with the sisters. But then the fallout with Stephanie made the relationship even worse between the parents and the twin sisters. And I'm like,
right.
Something is very weird here. Like I literally
Ace?
felt like her dad was saying like, hey, I have a favorite child and it is you. And I'm fine with the twins knowing that.
The one with the money.
Oh, true.
Come on, Ace, really?
Yeah.
You know, like.
It would be my favorite child too.
Of course, mine too. But yeah, I believe that I don't know this to be a fact.
Okay.
So, allegedly, you know, she helps them a lot, and she seems to be very connected to her family and like loves her parents a lot. And I'm sure that I
wouldn't say her family because she doesn't talk to her sisters, but yeah, her parents.
Well, she says she wants to try to talk to her sisters. I don't know.
That's always like I would. You know who I want on the podcast? The twins. Give me twin 1 and twin 2, thing 1 and thing 2. I want them on the podcast because there is something that we are absolutely missing. And I thought too, like Stephanie, I hate when someone feels the need to mention what they've done for you. And she was like, you know, I bought them a Range Rover. I bought them a Mini Cooper. And I was like, hold on a second. Wait a second. There is a big difference between getting a Range Rover and a Mini Cooper. Why did one twin get a Range Rover and the other one got a Mini Cooper? Like that to me, immediately I was like, that's a red flag.
That is a red flag. And I heard that one of the nicest things that Masood did for Stephanie when she was head of marketing. Here's one of the things that I think is important for people to understand. You guys need to stop saying, because this is the telephone game, that when she started working at Shoma, that she was Maria, Masood's first wife or ex-wife or whatever, that she was her assistant. She was never her assistant.
Okay.
She was brought into Shoma as a marketing executive. Okay. She worked on a different floor. Maria and the two daughters also worked there. Okay. And they apparently parked their cars on one level, you know, for the reserved parking for the Shojaee family, and every one of them had a Range Rover. So it was like matching Range Rovers, the whole family. And then, as the story goes, Masood bought Stephanie a Range Rover. And one fine day, she went and parked her ass in that space that was reserved for Mrs. Masood. Again, this is alleged. This is not 100%.
I don't even know if that needs to be alleged because it's like, it's just funny.
No, but
Who
it is
even
true.
cares?
It is true. So the other day,
it's true, but it's alleged.
No, I'm saying it is true that he bought her the Range Rover. I just don't know if she parked it there. There's a lot more there, but so this is why she can, with such conviction, come out and say, I was never the assistant of the wife. Well, she's not lying.
She's not lying.
She's not lying. So stop accusing her of things when you don't know. Listen to this podcast, and I will be on a fact-finding mission and get you the truth.
Let me say this. Coming from the Sister Wives world, when you said that they all had the Range Rovers, I was like, oh my God, like that. I relate to that so much from Sister Wives because on Sister Wives, all the wives have these pina colada rings. They're
oh God, the Irish ring.
The Irish ring, and Robin's always like, "Oh my God, I got a colada ring." I'm like, "It's colada," but she says it like colada. Pina colada ring, and that's the same thing. You know, when she came into the family, they gave her a pina colada ring, and same thing with the Range Rovers, with the Shojaees. Like it's that's just how it goes. So
exactly. And so
every
she got a
family has
Range
their
Rover,
thing.
and so you know, to her, I guess the Range Rover is an act of love, and she gave the favorite sister a Range Rover, or maybe that's the car. Maybe the other one wanted a Mini Cooper. You can't be, you know, you can't assume anything, Ace.
Here's what I don't understand is Stephanie doesn't like how Lisa talked about her money, but all Stephanie does is talk about her money.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
That doesn't make sense. I'm like, and I guarantee you that she held every single thing that she did for her sisters over their head.
Oh my God, of course. And she did mention the day they signed their employment. So apparently she brought her whole family to work at Shoma?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the day they signed their employment contract was like she was signing the death certificate on her family. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Money is the great divider. You know,
I feel like I don't trust someone when their problem with somebody is that they're too sensitive. Because I'm like, no. I think that you're just a bitch. You know, you can't just say like, "Oh, my sisters they're too sensitive. They're too sensitive." I'm like,
I mean, you know what? Stephanie is, she's kind of a word assassin too. Like, I mean, she will tell people like that thing that happened that she did some kind of live, and it was all fine and dandy, and people started attacking her and calling her a homewrecker and stuff. And boy, she has some doozies.
She was triggered. And I love that so much because I love when a housewife is new and doesn't realize like you can get in trouble for coming after the commenters like that. It was fun. Like I like when she told the one person, she was like, one person's like, your style is terrible. And she's like, okay, well, my style is not meant to look cheap like you. Yeah. Or telling people like that they're ugly. And it was very high school, and I appreciated that.
I did too. Because we're living in a world where you're not allowed to talk about people's like looks, you know?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean,
felt good.
I come from the Jeff Lewis school of
Yeah.
Decorum.
Jeff Lewis raised me, you know, like I was watching Flipping Out from way too young of an age, and it was great. So
I love the shit he gets away with. I love it.
Can we go over to couples therapy with Gertie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can't say anything negative about that.
Can I say anything?
No.
Let me go through it quickly in my head. Do I have anything negative to say about it?
No.
She doesn't. Here's the thing. She does not let her husband speak. The same way that I feel like she doesn't let her boys speak. Like, I think in her head, she already knows what they're thinking and saying. And so she doesn't need to hear it. I think so.
I think that Russell surprised her with some of the things she says. Russell is the kind of man that speaks softly and carries a big stick. And I love that kind of man. I would die for Russell, like you would die for... God, how many people is it now? No, but it's not only Kiki. It's Katie. It's like whatever. The list is long.
Yes. And I could turn on all
thought-
those people on a dime. Not Kiki. I don't think I'd ever turn
Not
on
Kiki.
her.
I don't think you would
No.
turn on Kiki. So I think there's one thing that I thought it was very smart of them, because they seemingly have a very strong marriage. They've been together forever. It's kind of like yours and Caitlin's story, right? Like together forever. And I thought it was very smart of her to understand that they needed therapy so that he stopped looking at her as, you know, somebody he had to take care of her and see her as a woman again.
I
she didn't
could
have to-
not. Yeah.
She didn't have to get into the crass shit of like, oh, we want to have sex and we whatever. Like Alexia loves to talk about that. She just says, I need him to see me as a woman, as his wife, not just as this person that's fragile and he has to take care of. So
That
I
is
liked
something that I will commend her for saying that, because I guarantee that is something that every man
Right.
or woman who has dealt with like a serious diagnosis, and you know their partner has had to be their caretaker, like
Right.
it would be so hard to kind of go back and, you know.
Yeah.
And
he sees her as a patient. And so
Yeah.
I thought that was, again, we get very few teaching moments. And I thought that was amazing. They seemingly don't really have problems. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No, they're getting ahead of this thing that could be a problem. And he, you know, as far as her not letting him talk, I don't think he's a big talker. You know?
No, I agree with you, and I think that like couples like this work where if you have one person who's mute and one person who doesn't shut up,
Right,
and that's who they are. I just feel like when he talks, I don't even know if she fully does listen.
I think she loves him.
I think she loves him for sure, and I think he fucking like thinks that
worships
she
her.
walks on water. Like
Absolutely.
he thinks there is no one better in this world than Gertie, and
Yeah.
I love that for her. Like I would, you know, I wish someone looked at me that way.
I'm sure Caitlin does. I'm sure she does. She just doesn't tell you because
It'd go to
can
my
you
head.
imagine? Can you imagine
Oh,
that
my
head
God.
with the receding hairline? It'd be too much.
I came on this podcast and I said, "You look so gorgeous today,"
I know.
and you
but
brought
then
up my receding hairline.
because we were talking about it before.
How
you know,
dare.
we need to have more cold opens because honestly, they're funny as
How
shit.
dare? How dare you?
I'm very sorry. I take it back.
Wow.
Kind
Wow.
of.
What a bitch. God.
What a
You
bitch.
are a word assassin. I do appreciate this moment a lot in the fact that
I do.
like that would be such a hard way to kind of navigate. And I'll tell you now, like Caitlin, if I was ever seriously ill, she would be like, I can't be your caretaker because I could never have a caretaker who's nice to me because I would take advantage of the situation, you know?
And in what way? Give me an
Like,
example.
I would just be like, oh, like, I can't even like grab my water. Could you bring it to me? You know? Oh, I
Right.
want to watch the Housewives, but I can't grab the remote. Oh my God, could you bring it to me? You know, like I would just milk it. Like
and clearly you turn into an old Jewish woman too.
Yes, that too. I cannot be trusted with like being too nice to me because I will
Right.
fully take advantage of the situation,
Right.
you know? So that's like Caitlin knows, like when I get sick, she's like, I'm just going to kind of disappear because.
Oh no, yeah, but that's every man. Oh my God.
Yeah, because you're just going to be like, oh God. When I get sick, it's like, I can't even. I need her to come walk me to the bathroom to take my bath. Oh, Caitlin, can you come help me? I gotta take a bath now. Oh God, yeah. So I would have to. We would have to have a hired caretaker because I could never. So
That's
I think it's
listen, that's the way men are. You know, a headache is a brain tumor. A little
Always.
cold is pneumonia. It's like
always.
yeah.
Always.
So you're a
every time.
man,
I am. Look at me go.
isn't that?
That
isn't
and my
crazy?
receding hairline.
That exactly.
Awful. We end the episode with Larsa and Lisa having a sit-down lunch, and honestly, this felt like Dumb and Dumber, sitting together trying to solve a problem. These two, like, they neither of them hear each other at all because they both are just thinking about what do I want to say next.
Right.
And I appreciated Lisa coming out, and she had alleged that Larsa was the one who called the paps on Marcus to get the picture of him, doing his coke.
But by the way, how careless can you be?
But
you know
also,
what I mean?
like, I don't know. In my head, it's 2025. He was like on a vacation. Like, doesn't everyone do coke now?
I don't think so, Ace. I don't think I've never my kids tell me that sometimes it's like everybody does coke, and it's like I've never seen anybody do coke. Well, I have seen people do coke that one time in a bathroom at a gala, whatever you say it, where certain Real Housewives were partaking.
I've never seen anyone do coke, and but I did have a friend one time who was like, "Oh yeah, we had a girls' weekend, and then someone brought out the coke, and we were all and like they were all moms, and just like, taking." I've never even seen coke. I
guess in my mind, I associate coke with Scarface that scarred me.
Okay, I've never seen Scarface.
Just like, oh my God, Ace, please watch Scarface. I think you'd understand me so much better.
Okay.
You'd understand Miami. You'd understand the 80s. It's a terrifying movie, and it's like, so I connect.
Is that where he says, say hello to my little friend?
Yeah.
Is that Scarface?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is it, or Fly, Pelican, Fly.
I've not heard that one before.
Or, que más carne ni más carne, así viene el sandwich, man.
Never heard that one before either. Just gonna say I've never heard that one. But I don't know. Like, and it's like, okay, it's not like Marcus Jordan is a principal at an elementary school getting caught doing coke on summer break. Like,
first of all, it's illegal, and it's nasty, and it's low rent, and it's a super
in my head, I thought
drug.
coke was more of like a little fancier drug.
It is not a fancy drug. Plus, a lot of times they lace it with fentanyl, and people die.
Okay, I understand.
You know what I mean? It's
I'm going to tell you something
thing.
really quick. Dare worked on me. I never drank, never did the drugs, all right? It worked on me. I don't need you to tell me about stuff being laced with fentanyl because I worry my Tylenol is laced with fentanyl.
With cyanide.
With cyanide, yeah. I'm terrified of that. So, but I thought in my head, coke was of the classier drugs. It's not heroin. It's not meth. Like, those seem kind of backwoodsy, like, oh.
Listen, it's a gateway
I don't want to be
drug.
caught doing meth, not because it's meth, but just because I don't want people to be like, you're low budget.
Right.
Meth feels low budget.
And meth does a number on your face. Like, I don't know what happens in your teeth and shit.
Could you imagine if you got this beautiful facelift and then you started doing meth and then you ruined it?
I don't have any like addictions. I don't need to drink. I don't need to do anything. Maybe like chocolate or like.
I'm addicted to food.
Yeah, well, no.
The way that I lean on food is.
No, well, yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Like, I love food, and I could not like live without it, but mostly like sweets.
Do you not have an addictive personality?
No, at all.
Oh, that's why I've never drank before. Like, I would be an alcoholic. I'm one drink away from being an alcoholic. So I've never drank. I am so addictive. Like, a couple of years ago, 2020, I lost 100 pounds. And do you know what I did during that time? I ate nothing but chicken fajitas for lunch and dinner every single day for a year. Every single day.
That you made yourself?
That I made myself. I made chicken fajitas every single day, and it never once got old to me. I loved it. I was so excited.
Well, I eat the same thing every day.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
During the week, I do, yeah.
That's just how I am. Like, I get so addicted to something, and it does not like faze me whatsoever. I start drinking I start drinking Starry. It used to be called Sierra Mist, and I can't stop myself. And it's just like I go on vacation. I'm like, I'm gonna let loose a little bit. I'm gonna have myself like a couple of Starries here and there. And it's like I get home, and my face just keeps getting puffier and puffier because I can't stop.
Carb face. Yeah.
So
no.
But anyways, I think Marcus Jordan doing coke, whatever. I mean, I feel like everyone's doing coke,
and everybody calls the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So do you think that Larsa called the paparazzi on him?
I don't don't know, like, to go on vacation and catch him doing that. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I just don't. To what end? Like, what's the point of it?
Here's the thing. I feel like she's like, oh, I know what's going on there. Because I was there and I was doing it, you know? So I know where to tell. I know to what to tell the paps. I know how to get him caught.
Right.
So I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Revenge.
I do not find Larsa to be funny at all. I will never, ever laugh with Larsa. But when we have the dichotomy of Lisa in the bathroom crying on the phone to Alexia, being like, she hates me, like, oh my God. And then we cut to Larsa at the table and she's like, nautical fashion is in this year. You're going to be seeing this trend. And it was like the way that Larsa has zero depth to her whatsoever.
Nothing. She is so surface. Yeah.
I was cracking up watching her at the table just go through her fucking Instagram feed. It was
I
so
am
funny.
trying to really capture what you're saying, but I am still like so shocked by your use of the word dichotomy. I'm really proud, honestly. I am
Thank
proud.
you.
It's bringing a tear to my eye. So like after dichotomy, I lost most of it. But yes, nautical fashion. Yes, she's very surface, and there is nothing funny or entertaining about her at all. At all.
But that was like, it was like Larsa being Larsa was so fucking funny. Because they're having this, like, Lisa is crying her eyes out, and Larsa saying, like, you're such a narcissist, like, you don't care about other people. And then we have Lisa crying in the bathroom, and Larsa's just, like, unbothered on her phone.
Well, have we ever seen Larsa cry?
I don't know I think she got rid of her tear ducts.
Really?
I think in all of the work she did, she doesn't have them.
I can cry.
I cry all the time.
No, yeah, I'm a big.
I'll probably cry later about you talking about my receding hairline. It's fine.
You're right. Yeah, and I'll shed a tear over your ever expanding vocabulary.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what's funny? So I'm not smart whatsoever, but I grew up in the Arizona public school system. Like, I'm pretty fucking stupid, but I was such a good student because I knew how to like do school. So like I knew how to memorize shit, pour it out. Like, I always got 100%.
You're not stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not stupid.
I'm book stupid.
I'm
school stupid.
It's a shtick. Beva does that shit too.
I don't think it's a shtick. I don't, stuff like that doesn't penetrate. Like, I don't know anything about history, which is terrible. I know. But
well, I didn't pay attention in school about history. I've learned a lot about history by just watching documentaries, and Ken will be like, how do you not know that? I'm like,
who does know that? You know?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that how many presidents do you think you could name?
A lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to count on, I guarantee you I will not fill up my two hands with the presidents I can name.
I may not be able to do them in order.
No, that's fine.
That's I did them in order. Okay. Go. Oh, you want me to do it or you?
No, I'm going. If you have it, it's going to take too long. George Washington, Abe Lincoln, Roosevelt, FDR.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
The Beatles.
George Bush, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Obama, Trump, Biden. Oh, I need one more to fill up both of my hands. Who was the one who had a Watergate? Nixon? Nixon and Kennedy. I got 11. Hell yeah. That's about it, though. I can't do more than that. That's way too much. Yeah.
Okay, well, see?
But I loved this moment for Larsa. It really was just a full circle moment of her calling Lisa a narcissist and being a narcissist. And I loved it. I thought that was beautiful. It was.
And I love the next week preview because it looks like Stephanie and Alexia get into it.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's like, whatever you call it, George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean?
I think I know that, like, I know you like Alexia when she's not around Marisol and stuff, but I think that your history with Alexia brings more attention to her for you, because I always am like, I forget about Alexia. I know that's wild
You do?
to say.
I find that she's the most kind of the most Miami person on Miami. I don't even think you could have the show without Alexia.
See, like, I feel like I gravitate towards like I know that Alexia had the narcissist party, but then after that I'm like, did I really remember anything else that she did this episode? And it's like I gravitate towards like Lisa. Obviously,
well, Lisa's
I gravitate
very
towards
Miami
Kiki.
too.
Yeah, like Lisa to me is like she should always be in the center. But I know why Alexia's in the center. I get it. I understand. Like, but I feel like I do often look past Alexia more than I probably should.
Yeah, I don't think Alexia has to do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, she's this representation of the Latina Miami. And I think that she plays the role well, because I don't think she's playing a role.
Yeah,
that's who she
so
really
true.
is.
Yeah.
And then Lisa also is the flip side of that. She's like the party girl, like younger, married the plastic surgeon, big boobs, whatever, like all that stuff. So those two, I would never take those two out of the mix.
Never. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful fucking work. I love those.
Beautiful work. Beautiful.
Honestly, I feel like the Miami cast, boot Julia, add Kiki. I'm done with Marisol. Oh, can I ask you one more question? How does Adriana pay any bills? Does she work? What does she do?
I have no idea. I have no idea at all, because she has a nice house. I think maybe Frederick. You remember Frederick?
Yes.
Frederick worshipped her. He's such a nice man.
You think he just
maybe,
gives her an allowance?
Maybe he
or
gave
something?
her money, or maybe he still helps her. I don't know. Because she's not getting the money from the show. That's not enough money.
And she's not getting money from being the art curator person, because what she did, that's not happening. That's bullshit.
And I don't see her doing a lot of endorsement deals.
No.
Maybe like an Ipsy box here and there, like everybody gets those. Laura Geller and the Ipsy box, or Fit Fun.
Fit Fab Fun.
Pay a lot. Yeah. Like I've done all those. It doesn't. It's not a lot of money. I'm talking about real endorsements. I haven't seen much.
Gotcha.
So I hope somebody's paying her bills. Maybe, she's so mysterious. Maybe she inherited a ton of money from some Brazilian, tycoon or something.
I almost am like, I like how mysterious she is, but there's a part of me that's almost like, if we made her full time, are we going to pull back the curtain on some stuff so we do have answers to that, or what? Like, so I'm wishy-washy on her, but
yeah, I think she'll stay mysterious. I think she will.
I say get rid of Marisol, get rid of Julia, and bring back Nicole, and make Kiki full time, and I'm a happy motherfucker.
That is actually a great cast right there.
Yeah, it is.
I like it because there's genuine relationships, like Gertie and Nicole, and then
I will say,
Alexia
like, Gertie's kind of
friends.
on an island right now. Gertie doesn't have Nicole. I feel like Nicole was Gertie's anchor to the rest of the group, and I feel like Gertie right now is kind of off on an island by herself, and she needs somebody with her. And I feel like Dr. Nicole was that for her. Right.
But I don't think Gertie is going anywhere. They need Gertie.
No, I don't think so either. But I think bring Dr. Nicole back, and I think that would be good for Gertie. I feel like it would be great for the show. We could pull out our measuring sticks and measure whose PJ is bigger between Nicole and Stephanie, and
I would love to see that. Let's just wait till this season plays out before we wish that upon anybody, because I feel like we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg. Iceberg up ahead.
We're just hitting the tip of the dick. Oh, God. Anna, listen, it's been great. It's been fun getting to see your gorgeous fucking face. And again, I just want everyone to, put it down. I said that she looked fucking gorgeous. I, right from the top, gave her a compliment.
You did.
And she felt the need to throw my hairline under
I know,
the bus.
but then you started saying that I make noise and that I this and that I that. And you talk shit about me behind my back. Sometimes I get on and you and Pat are talking shit about me. And I know it's out of love, but so, you tease me, I tease you.
I never talk shit about you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But you know what? The things you say are true. And it is a fact.
The shit that I talk about you is the fact that you're always technologically challenged all the time.
And that is a factual thing. It is also a factual thing.
If you say that my hairline is a factual thing, you can fuck right off.
I was going to say it's a factual thing that you were saying words like dichotomy, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Guys, thank you so much for joining us at Reality Court. We hope you enjoyed this recap of Real Housewives of Miami featuring the one-time star of Real Housewives of Miami, Anna Quincoces, and my stupid ass. Go and leave us a 5-star review. Nothing less. If you're on YouTube, only write nice comments. If you're on Instagram, only nice comments. I don't know where else we are, but if we are, just nice things. I don't know why some of you are so stupid and
by the way,
understand
we're bringing you, like, we're doing the work to bring you all the intel. So, a little appreciation would be nice, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. And join us again, because we got more where that came from.
Court is officially adjourned. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Hurrdat. Thank you, Anna. And as always, thank you, Beyonce. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Dichotomy. Goodbye, Kyle.